How's it going, everyone? I pulled Destroyer just now tonight, and of course I had to build the deck with Destroyer, Spectrum Destroyer. This deck is so much fun. I've been playing it for quite a while. This list is not mine. I want to point that out. I went and I net decked probably one of the best Spectrum Destroyer lists featuring the new Zabu. So we've got tried and true Spectrum Destroyer here with your Captain America. We've got our Cosmo. A good cool tech here is Omega Red to be able to put 4 extra power to other locations. And of course, we have our Iron Man, our Professor X to lock down locations, and Zabu in here to make our Omega Red and our Warpath a little bit cheaper. And also Zabu's in an ongoing, so he can be buffed with Spectrum. So, you know, it's Spectrum Destroyer. You know how the gameplay goes. Let's hop into some matches and see how well this deck works out for me. All right, so for our first match, we do have Aberrant, and the kill pops down as our first location, so we're not going to be able to play anything there after turn 4. I'm not sure if that's going to be a location we want to commit to, considering we do have Iron Man and Omega Red, but we will have to see. Avengers Compound, everything has to be played there on turn 5, so we're going to go ahead and drop our Zabu into there. Opponent's going to drop Bast into the kiln. So with Bast, it makes me think it could be a Cerebro 3 deck. And Baxter Building does pop down here on the right-hand side. So we do have Destroyer here, and we would have to pop Cosmo in order to have Destroyer not absolutely ruin everything. So we're going to pop Omega Red here on the right-hand side. Opponent's going to the kiln. Yes, so with Brood, that's definitely telling me that this is probably a C3 deck. I think the play is armor into Ant-Man here on the left-hand side, in the middle. Everything has to be played into the middle on turn 5, so we're going to have to see what our opponent is going to be dropping down. We'll have to look to see if they try to Valkyrie the middle location. If they do, that can actually be really good for us if we drop down something like Iron Man. They're going to Rogue and snatch our armor, which is perfectly fine. Snatching our armor isn't going to do anything for them. We're just going to keep that that non-destruction is going to stay there. So we have the choice of throwing down Iron Man or Professor X. Our opponent has 5 cards in their hand. I'm thinking we drop Professor X here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, because we do have Spectrum that we can drop on the right-hand side. Opponent's going to Magic. Okay, Magic is going to give us a turn 7, so we will have an extra turn to play, which means we can probably... We just drop Destroyer here on the right? That's a good question. Because let's see, with C3, if they Cerebro and they Mystique, that's going to give them 4, 8 in the middle. That'll put them to 14, which won't be enough. If they have Blue Marvel as well, that will push them up over. So I'm thinking maybe Destroyer plus Spectrum could win it out for us. Or we run Iron Man, puts us at 10 here. And then Spectrum puts us at 20, 22, 24. I think we're going to go ahead and drop Destroyer here on the right-hand side. See what our opponent plays. They're going to play Zabu and Wong. Okay, so that's telling me, with Wong, it's telling me that it could be... They're going to go for the on reveal, so we're going to Cosmo Warpath here, and I think that locks us in. I'm not going to snap because I want to see it play out, but we have priority, so the Cosmo is going to stop any on reveal ability for them to be able to win this game, if that's what they're going for. All right, our opponent plays down 2 cards. That Cosmo is going to stop them. We're going to be at 27. That Mystique and the Ironheart are not going to proc, and we win. The reason why I didn't snap is because I didn't want them to retreat, because I didn't want them to go away, but I think snapping there could have been a good play, because they probably really thought that they had the win in the bag with the Mystique into Ironheart, but we were able to win it out with that Cosmo into Warpath. Very nice. Let's move on to the next game. All right, for game 2, we've got Lord Malark, and Sakar puts our Zabu straight into the battlefield, which is kind of good for us because that allows us to play armor as well. And we do have priority with their Bucky Barnes on the left-hand side, so I think we are just going to drop this armor here and stop them from being able to eat that Bucky Barnes. I would snap here normally, but I'm not going to. So that Bucky Barnes is going to stay at 1 power, and that's going to be pretty good for us. We do get an additional energy here. So let's see what we've got. We do have Ant-Man and Warpath. We do have Captain America as well. I think we dropped the Warpath. Okay, opponent is going to snap. They probably have some on reveals that they can do here at Kamartage. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this Ant-Man in the middle, and our Warpath off to the left. Opponent is going to Wong. If we can draw into Cosmo, that would be really good. Okay, we do not draw into Cosmo. However, we do draw into Omega Red. So I'm thinking Omega Red on the... Actually, Omega Red in the middle could be really dope. So we're going to Omega Red here in the middle. We need to pull into like Spectrum or Cosmo to really help us out here. All right, opponent's going to be playing something on the right. Okay, so they're Patrioting. Bucky Barnes, Wong, Patriot. That's very interesting. I'm going to go ahead and drop this Cosmo in the middle to stop our opponent from being able to play anything with Wong, any on reveal ability. So I do want to drop this Iron Man, but I think the Cosmo in the middle is going to be the play to stop their on reveal. And they're going to White Tiger. We stop their on reveal, and I honestly see them. They're probably just going to drop after that. And I think just an Iron Man here in the middle is the play. That's going to buff us up really good. They're not going to have any on reveals that they can play, so I think this is a 4 cube that we got. No Spectrum, no Destroyer this game, but that's still perfectly fine. We're still going to come out with the win, I do believe. Because we're up by 13 on the left, and we're going to be, yes, opponent retreated. We were going to be up by quite a bit on the right. 9, this is going to go to 13, 26 in the middle. Opponent retreated. Very smart of the opponent to do, though we did get 2 cubes out of them because they snapped on us before they dropped that Wong. So very nice. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so we've got Mull here, and Stark Tower gives all cards here +2 power. So we're going to go ahead and drop into the Stark Tower lane. Opponent's going to Sunspot, and we are going to Ant-Man. Next turn, we will drop the armor into that lane. Nothing can be played into the Sanctum Sanctorum. Once again, Claw would be really good here, but, you know, just because, you know, Sanctum Sanctorum is popping up, because Sanctum Sanctorum is popping up doesn't mean that actually having Claw would be better. All right, so we do draw into some of our cards. We have Spectrum, Zabu, and Cosmo. We do have the Captain America here as well. Honestly, I'm thinking we just drop the Captain America and then the Warpath into this location. Yep, and then we can Destroyer on the right on turn 6. Yes, we drop the Warpath into this location. We are an ongoing deck. I would be snapping here. I would 100% be snapping here, because next turn we can drop Zabu and Cosmo into Lamentus 1, and then Destroyer for a 20 power push here on the right-hand side. Our opponent is going to Iceman, but with the Cosmo, it's not going to give them anything. And we are going to be at 30 power here after this turn, and we're just going to Zabu Cosmo here on the right-hand side. Like I said, we would definitely be snapping this game. 100% we would be snapping this game. Not now, but beforehand, we would be snapping. So we're going to Zabu, we're going to Cosmo. Opponent is going to pull out Wave. Wave is not going to work for our opponent. We're going to be at 30 power here. Our opponent cannot full skip to give themselves the energy that they need. And then we're just going to drop into our 20 power here on Lamentus 1 and take the game very easily. Opponent retreated, just like I thought they would. textbook play right there. Perfectly textbook play there. Opponent really wanted to work into Stark Tower, but that did not go well for him with the ongoing cards that we have, adding so much extra power. So, as another win, very nice. Let's move on to the next game. All right, this is going to be our final game, win or lose, versus Mr. Charles. Throne Room does start us out as our first location. We do have Armor, Zabu, Warpath, and Spectrum. Bar with no name comes up in the middle, which means 100% that is not a location we're going to be playing in, because we don't have Mr. Negative. Mr. Negative is a card I've been wanting to pull for a long time, but I have yet to. Instead, I got Destroyer, so that's what we're playing, is Destroyer here. Our opponent's going to Invisible Woman, which is going to be pretty decent for us, actually. And Nidavellir gives cards +5 power. That is something that we need to definitely check out for. Omega Red can go into that location. We're going to go ahead and Warpath here into the Throne Room, just so our Warpath is going to be at a very big power gain. And then I'm thinking Omega Red Ant-Man here on the right-hand side. Just so with the extra power, Omega Red is going to be adding power to the middle, which actually isn't good for us, but that's fine. I do believe we're going to be able to win either of these locations. Do we armor Captain America here on the left and then Spectrum on the right? I wonder what our opponent is going to be playing. That is a great question. I actually think that the play might be Captain America left, armor right. So our Captain America buffs our Warpath, and then our Spectrum will also buff our Warpath, and then we will also get the buffs on Ant-Man. So we're going to be playing it this way. Opponents dropping a bunch of stuff. This probably is a MODOK, like a MODOK Hela or something like that, is what I'm expecting. But if it is a MODOK Hela and they play in a bar with no name, that means we are going to win. So we are going to Spectrum here. Our Warpath is currently at 10 power. It's going to go to 12 power. So we should be winning the Throne Room. No snap here. Let's work it out. Let's do it. All right. But this is 100% probably a MODOK Hela here. Swordmaster. It's Ghost Rider. MODOK. Yep, that's what I expected. Discards their Hela. What are they playing? Is it going to be Hulk? With 40 power? Oh no, I expected the Hela, not the Hulk. Oh no. Oh, what did I do? Oh, the Omega Red was definitely not the play here on the right-hand side, huh? Oh. See, yeah, I was expecting the Hela, man. Good play, Mr. Charles, throwing down the Hulk instead of the Hela, knowing that they were winning bar with no name. You know, my own hubris lost me that match, and I'm not even mad about it. Not even mad about it at all. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe, and check out this video right here on screen. It's the best video that YouTube thinks for you to watch next. I don't know how it works, but it works, so go ahead and watch it. Bye!